Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, New York, Chicago, the bright lights, right? That's where they tell us all the big visions, they reside in the big skyscrapers and in the lights. But they don't tell us about the small towns with the big visions. See, where I'm from, we still have the front porch. We still have people who wave at you when you ride by. We still have that hometown, at-home feel. And what we're beginning to miss nowadays is what we call good press. All the big cities, Chicago, Los Angeles, right? They get all the good press. Oh, it's the city with lights and the movies and this and that. And they may have all the bad things going, but one thing I want to say about all those cities is they mean that they will not be defined by their worst days. They have terrible days in Los Angeles, terrible days in Chicago, terrible days in Miami, and terrible days in Atlanta, but they won't allow you to believe that that defines their city. And so this is where we come to a dilemma in our small towns. We forget our good press. We don't have as many murders that are happening in Los Angeles. There's no way we're dealing with the crime that they're dealing with in Chicago. But when you hear words and names like Albany, the first thing you think of, I look on TikTok or whatever, the first thing they say is, oh, shooting, guns, violence, fire, bombs, like Albany's some war zone. But that's not the Albany I'm from. I'm not from that Albany. I'm from the same Albany where there are 69,000 people there who go to church all the time together, who worship together, who go to work together, co-workers, family members loving on each other, having fun at the football games. But what we're allowing to happen is the bad press to define what the city of Albany is. They're not telling you all the great things that come from there, all the great people every day, all the awesome mentoring programs, all the teachers that stay behind because there's one kid that still believes, or the moms running businesses out of their kitchen. They don't talk about those things that are happening in the city of Albany. And I will say that's our fault. That's our fault. We spend a lot of time wanting to have our news stations say, oh, you need to talk about the good things that are happening. Or we'll spend so much time excited about the bad things that are happening. We're so ready to share it on Facebook. Oh man, this teacher was caught doing something. Let me share it. Oh my God, I can't believe all these bad things are happening. I can't believe what's happening in my town. But then you forget there are 99 other great things happening in that same town. There are 105 great things happening in that same town. And so then we have to ask ourselves a question, what is it that we truly care about? Do we really care about our hometowns? Do we really care about the state of our children and their minds and what we could be doing? Because we spend so much time doing this. The school system is the reason the kids can't read. Our tax dollars are going to that school system and the kids' reading levels are down here. But when's the last time you went and knocked on the next door neighbor's door and asked, could you read with their kid? When's the last time you spent some time and tried to make somebody smile in your neighborhood? Did you pick up the trash in your area? Or is it your city councilman's fault that somebody decided to throw a soda can outside? It's his fault. It's everybody else's fault but whose? But mine. It's everybody else's fault, right? And so I come to talk today about how we can push good press. How our hometowns should not be defined by our worst days. And our small towns are what build us into special people. We've had great people, Super Bowl champions, Ray Charles, etc. But that ain't what you think about when you hear the word Albany. Again, I'm looking on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and all you hear is just bad press. Somebody's getting shot. This is not happening every day. This is not what's going on every evening. There's Bible study going on. There's mentors having their after-school programs every day who are feeding kids who are not eating anywhere else. Our school system has a Level Up program. They're training families. They're training families and moms and dads, and they're offering free daycare for the parents, and they also offer free vision and free health and free medical for these kids, free dentistry. And oh my God, the school system is so bad, but we keep missing what they're actually doing to try and make it happen because we're not focused on what they're trying to do. We're just focused on what they're not doing. what everybody's not doing. So I'm reminded of something in regard to small towns, because small towns, especially like mine, we built things straight with the red clay. Red clay, callous hands, right? Small towns. We built those things. And I'm reminded, because I have 3 sons, I'm reminded of cars. Lightning McQueen. Y'all know Lightning McQueen, right? I'm reminded of this because I was Lightning McQueen a couple years ago. The glitz, the glamour, the TV time, the going viral on social media. He was great. He had all the sponsors. He was winning all the races, all the Piston Cups, whatever. He was doing it. And then he had to get humbled in this little country town of Radiator Springs. He had to get humbled. He had to slow down enough to remember why he started. And so this was me a couple years ago. I was 2021. I went viral on social media. I was all over the country giving speeches. I'm speaking to all the celebrities. I'm talking all this great talk. Hadn't been back home in a while, but I'm talking all these great things, doing all this great stuff, but I couldn't make what I wanted to happen in my hometown happen. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't happen. I spent a lot of time doing what we do all the time, pointing fingers at everybody in the hometown. Our superintendent's not doing this. The pastors aren't doing that. The mayor isn't doing this. And I'm going all over sharing all that stuff, but nothing's still happening in my hometown. So everybody's listening to how great it sounds or how hard I'm speaking or how much passion I have for it, but nothing's actually being fixed. Nothing's happening. Those kids still can't read. I can listen to all the podcasts I want to. I could go talk on all the shows I want to talk on. I could go do all this stuff. And the stuff still isn't being fixed. So I came back home. I had a revelation. And I realized that my hometown is only going to be fixed if I take the blame for it. So I decided to take the blame for our kids not knowing how to read. I don't care if I actually had anything to do with it. I just decided that it was my fault. So I was going to do something about it. I decided that trash was an issue in my area. So it's my fault because I'm not picking it up. I'm going to do something about it. Albany has terrible press. Cool. I'm going to do something about it. We are the traffic. Some people in this room know what I'm talking about. We Are the Traffic is a movement that has exploded across Southwest Georgia. And it all started in a small town, Albany, Georgia. I went to speak to our coroner, and he let me know that people were dying in the city of Albany. You would think, it's got to be the killing, and people are dying because people are shooting people. People are dying in Albany, Georgia. Health, obesity, heart attacks, high blood pressure, stroke, all the things, right? But the reason we can't talk about those things, or it's not easy to talk about those things, because we have to actually be accountable. That means you have to get up and do something about that. So we don't want to talk about that. It's easier for me to say, people got the guns. It's not easy to say, I should have got up this morning and exercised. It ain't easy to say that. It's easy to point about the guns because it ain't really my fault. But my aunt just passed away from a heart attack, and I watched her eat herself to death. But I'm not going to say anything about it. We're just going to go to the funeral and then eat the food after service that just killed her. This is what we're doing every single day. So I said, okay, cool. How can I help our people without bruising their ego and come up with something fun that makes people want to exercise? I got with my video guy. I said, listen, I'm going to get up. We're going to get up about 4 or 5 in the morning. We're going to go downtown Albany where there's never traffic. We have been trying to solve the problem of getting traffic in downtown Albany for years. All this redevelopment of downtown has never happened. So I said, we're going to go run downtown. I'm going to go do a video, and I'm going to sprint down the street. And I'm going to encourage people to start exercising. People asked to join me. Fine. I said, okay, cool. I'll be out there 5 o'clock in the morning. The first day, 16 people showed up to come run with me. I posted it on social media. The second day, 60 people came to run with me in the middle of the street, in the middle of the morning, where there's no traffic, because we were the traffic. The third day, 200 people came to run with me. The fourth day, 400 people came to run with me. The fifth day, I called pastors and churches to come run with me. 600 people came to run with me. And ever since then, every run, we have a minimum of 200 people that come to run. Not only that, you have your own run that started here in Americus. You have a run that started in Adel. You have a run that started in Tallahassee. You have a run that started in Tifton. You have a run that started many different places. Around 16 cities have started a new run because of what we started in Albany, Georgia. Small town, big vision. Small towns are not behind. We are the blueprint, and the world is finally about to find out. Thank you.